What's going on, people? This is Jeff Brown coming to you again with Jeff's Wild World of Boxing. Um, was going over, in my mind a few things, and after hearing about the mediation process that seemed to have pretty much gotten nowhere, but in my thoughts, I go back to a particular situation around about early 1992. I'm reminded of a situation, and first of all, I'm going to bring up that the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, you know, my whole point to this thing is nobody's innocent. It's really more a case, I feel, of the pot calling the kettle black. And what I'm referring to is Bob Arum, you know, uh, just basically, blowing a lot of smoke up people's butts. Okay. And what I'm basically referring to, I'm reminded that back in early 1992, uh, in the process of negotiations and preparing for the Larry Holmes Evander Holyfield heavyweight championship match, Bob Arum accused Evander Holyfield of being on steroids at the time, and what makes it so funny. I had almost forgot about it, and the reason why I'm bringing it up now is because it's kind of funny how, I'm not saying that Bob Arum shouldn't be defending this guy. And once again, I'm not saying that Pacquiao is on anything. I just feel like it's kind of funny that, a guy like good old Uncle Bob can, you know, basically cause so much problems, I guess you could say, as far as getting this fight on. We've got to the point where we've had to get a mediator. We got people filing lawsuits, the whole nine. And really, to me, it's not it's just become apparent that we're not going to get a good fight. I'm sorry. I refuse to see Floyd Mayweather versus probably Miles Knight because come on, let's be real here. The man doesn't even hold a candle. Yeah, he beat Juan Diaz, but Juan Diaz got beat by Marquez. Juan Diaz got beat by Nate Campbell. So that goes to show you just how much clout that victory really has. Nobody wants to see Pacquiao fight Yuri Foreman. Yes, another notch in the belt. But I also want to reiterate something as well. There's a claim going around out there, and I think Carcino too put a video out that I noticed yesterday about this as well. I myself know for a fact that Pacquiao has not claimed 7 titles in 7 different weight classes as so many people say he has. Believe it or not, um, he only held, he first of all, he started off as a 106 pound, damn near straw weight, but junior flyweight, in other words, okay? Um, he didn't win a belt there. He didn't win his first belt until he fought for the flyweight title, not the light flyweight title, but the flyweight title. And, you know, he captured the featherweight title. He captured a junior lightweight belt and the overall championship in that division. He picked up a belt. What people are failing to realize in the world of alphabet organizations and all these championship belts that are around now is crazy. But just like De La Hoya wasn't considered a 10-time world champion, I don't consider Pacquiao to be a seven-time world champion, as so many people say is. He's a guy that's captured a couple of titles here in a couple of weight classes. I would say last count 4 legitimate titles, and basically he's a guy that I really don't feel like has won that many titles that quickly. You know, um, he's won a lot of belts. He's won WBC titles. He won an IBF title, I believe, when he fought Lejanolo Lodwaba. He won a WBC belt and the rest of WBO belts and things of that nature. Matter of fact, the last fight he just had with Cotto was a WBO belt for welterweight. So as you can see, I pretty much 100% agree with that. Not taking anything away from Manny Pacquiao, but the truth of the matter is he's not a legitimate 7-time world champion as they say he is. He's a great champion, pound for pound, best in the world. Yes, I said it, but at the same time, the overall consensus believes that that spot should belong to Floyd. I myself believe that too, but fair is fair, and that's how it goes. But anyway, getting back to the Bob Arum thing, once again, it's just funny how Bob Arum can flip flop so much over the years, which is why he's always been considered to be one of the most corrupt promoters out there in boxing, right next to Don King. I mean, this is a guy who, pretty much took the side of Antonio Margarito when it was discovered that he, you know, was doing putting plaster of Paris in his gloves, potentially. It was never really proven, but it was determined that those things, magnesium and all those other chemicals that were in those hand wraps turned out to be the elements of plaster of Paris. But either way, everybody knows he cheated. The man hasn't come back yet, and he probably won't. And as far as I'm concerned, he probably won't because he's been disgraced. And last time I checked, where he's from and fighters of his caliber, who have a lot of heart and courage and things of that nature, that's a very hurtful blow. I'm sure he will come back, but just not right now. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's a shame that now he's trying to more or less, you know, take a back seat to Cotto now and be on his side, and all of a sudden now feel sorry for him because his father passed away, which I feel like in my eyes is kind of disrespectful. But it's Bob Arum. As a promoter, you're supposed to do those things to keep your name out there, to keep good business going. But I just want to say, put it on record here, Bob Arum is a fraud. He's always going to be a fraud. And, I'm not saying that this particular go around, he's not on the right side. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying for him to be defending this particular situation, you really got to go back and look over history, because that's one thing I look at is history. And most of the time, I'm almost like an elephant, and an elephant never forgets. And like I said before, this is just something that popped up in my mind that I felt, going over in my head through boxing history, and every big fight here in the last 20 years that I can think of through press conferences. I pay a lot of attention to press conferences and things of that nature for a reason. You can find out a lot of interesting stuff. Not just in the sporting news and stuff like that. You can find it, in press conferences. And if you pay attention to a lot of those press conferences, you find out a lot of interesting stuff. But anyway, just want to close this out. First of all, once again, want to send a few shout outs to a few people. Carcino 2, get back at your boy. Once again, Julian Foster 88, big shout outs, man. But dude, ease up on all them videos, man. Please, you're suffocating us. Another shout out to Blood Boxing. Get back at your boy. Holla at me. Boxing Voice. Check out his Ustream channel. Check him out on Skype. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out my Blog Talk Radio show that's going to be coming out here in the next few weeks. Boxing historian, a lot of good people out there. And hey, I'm here to, keep sending those comments in, and I'll get back at y'all soon enough. Once again, Jeff Brown's Wild World of Boxing. Peace out.